There's Swinging Shepherd Blues. Actually, that was written has a little local connection. Mo Kaufman wrote that song. He's from Toronto. Used to play in Buffalo all the time. And rumor was that it was written for Elvin Shepherd, who was a great tenor player in this town. They called it Swinging Shepherd Blues. And it made the hit parade, believe it or not. Nobody knows what that is anymore, do they? The hit parade. Back in the old days. Yeah. Ready? One, two, blue skies shining on me. Nothing but blue skies do I see. Bluebirds singing a song. Nothing but bluebirds from now on. Never saw the sun shining so bright. Never saw things going so right. Noticing the days hurrying by. When you're in love, oh how they fly. Blue jays, all of them gone. Nothing but blue skies from now on. Blue skies shining on me. None but blue skies do I see. Bluebirds singing a song. None but bluebirds from now on. Never saw the sun shining so bright. Never saw things going so right. Noticing the days hurrying by. When you're in love, oh how they fly. Blue jays, all of them gone. Nothing but blue skies. Nothing but blue skies. Nothing but blue skies from now on. Blue skies. That song was written in the 1920s. It kept up well, don't you think? It's well preserved. Rhythm start to play, dance with me, make me sway, like a lazy ocean hugs the shore. Hold me close, sway me more, like a flower bending in the breeze. Bend with me, sway with ease, when clothes may be on the floor, but my eyes will see only you. Only you have that magic technique. When we sway I grow weak. I can hear the sound of violins long before it begins. Make me thrill as only you know how. Sway me, sway me down. Make me thrill as only you know how. Sway me smooth. You have a way with me. Sway me now. Thank you. I changed my mind. I was going to play flute.
For show.
Yeah, right.
Oh, okay.
Did you ever be in a relationship with somebody and they say, you know, maybe we should see other people. We can still be friends though, right? Just friends. That's the name of the song.
So we're the Ladies First Jazz Trio, and we're 3 members of the Ladies First Jazz Big Band. The trio started in early 1990, and we've been together for a long time, Jenny.
Oh, I can hardly remember. I was so young.
You were so young then, yes. And in 2001, I had been touring around the world with the band, and 9/11 happened, obviously, and so I was, what am I going to do? So I said, well, let's put the quartet back together. And the quartet grew into a 15-piece big band, all females. And we put together a show for Women's History Month, which is in March. The first one with Just Buffalo. And I said, okay, I'll call you again if I need you. And everybody was like, what? We want to stay together, come on. And so now it's 20 more years later, and we're still playing. We have a website, so if you want to check us out. So we have trios, we have quartets, quintets, and 16. So
You could probably get bigger if we had.
we could, right? And a violin here or there.
Yeah, well, we already added a guitar, so.
Well, we also will be performing in December with the Buffalo Dolls. If you're familiar with them, they're a wonderful trio that does Andrew Sisters type singing, and we'll be doing a Christmas show with them. So we have added people.
And Greg will be there.
And Greg Hennessy will also
He
be there.
sings. You should hear him.
Oh yeah, he's good. So check it out. NRTG, but yeah.
Already done. Well, I'm going to scare you now with a little blues.
You're gonna scare us.
By Ornette Coleman. He's one of those modern.
Oh, okay.
But he wrote this really cool little blues. Because when you have the blues, you be happy with the blues.
When you have
Right?
the blues, you play the blues to make you feel happy.
To make yourself feel better.
Yeah, basically, right?
You know, you can't be a comedian and you can't be a jazz player if you haven't been through hell.
Are you gonna have everybody raise their
Because you have to laugh at yourself.
Oh, okay, yes, I would agree. You bet. I would say my first marriage.
Mine was, woo-hoo-hoo.
Exactly.
We won't get into that.
So Jenny, you didn't bring your other stuff today.
Oh, well, I haven't got to.
Just to let you know, I'm gonna brag because she won't brag about herself. So she's got the flute here, right? This other thing, what's that one? The larger one?
The tenor.
Tenor, all right. And the other one next to it is the
Alto.
alto. Then she's got what's known as the licorice stick, right?
Clarinet.
No, but they were supposed to guess.
Oh, and then we have a very high saxophone. What do you think it is?
The high saxophone, the soprano.
Soprano saxophone.
Yep, and then she.
I don't have a
Am I missing anything?
No.
Okay,
What,
and then.
no oboe?
I don't. I'm not a masochist, you know. This is enough.
And then she also sings beautifully and scats. Are you scatting on this one?
I could.
You could?
You want me to?
Sure.
I'll try.
Okay.
All right. See what happens.
Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me know what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, darling, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. darling, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please me through. In other words, in other words, in other words, I love you. Trap my feet on my feet. Thank you. Thank you. I think you can get Frank Sinatra, right? Or Ella. Ella Fitzgerald. You know, they talk about Americana and the Great American Songbook, and a lot of it comes right from the pen of George Gershwin and Cole Porter. There's a Cole Porter too, and that's still stands the test of time. I was a humdrum. I was a humdrum person, leading a life apart. When love flew in through my window wide and quickened my humdrum heart. Love flew in through my window. I was so happy then. But after love had stayed a little while, love flew out again. What is this thing called love? This funny thing called love. Oh, who can solve its mystery? I should admit, full of me. I saw you there, what a wonderful day. You took my heart and threw it away. And so I slept in heaven above. thing called love. This funny thing called love. Oh, who can solve its mystery? I should have made a fool of me. I saw you there, one wonderful day. You took my heart and threw it away. And so I asked the Lord up in heaven above, what is this thing, this crazy thing? What is this thing called love? Thank you. That's a great Cole Porter. He's a great guy. Porter.
I don't know if anybody's heard of this guy.
You mean Herbie Hancock?
Yeah.
Herbie Hancock? Anybody ever heard of that? I knew they did because they were in everything. They were all in it. Well, this is by him, and it's a very popular song, especially in the summer.
Well, I was.
In the summertime.
Are we doing that one?
No.
Yeah.
All on you.
You don't have your glasses on? I don't think you want mine. They're pretty bad.
Maybe they're better than mine.
I don't know.
Funny story. Jennifer was looking for her glasses one time. And she said, "Dad, you've got my glasses on." He says, "Oh, really? Gee, they're better than mine."
We looked under the bed. We looked every inch of this house. And I didn't have glasses. So I said, well, I have a spare, so I'll just grab those. And I grabbed those and I looked at my dad and I said, "Dad, do you have sparkly glasses on the side?" He goes, "No." I got my glasses on. Oh my gosh. It's one of those family stories that, you know, you just, yeah. Everybody has one of those, right? Yeah.
Oh, I have a bad one, but
No, no.
well, we lived on the farm when I moved in with my dad, and one night I was sitting on the couch and I had the 3 boys in bed, and I felt something, and it was a bat. So I went screaming into the other room, and my father, who was deaf and had almost completely deaf and had his glasses off, was shaving, and I came screaming in. He thought someone broke into the house, and I finally got him to understand it was a bat. So do I tell you that he beat it to death with an American flag? Okay, so the bat was gone. I was calm. He was a wreck.
You were not patriotic.
It was very patriotic. On saving my life
There you go.
with the American flag.
I shall remember that story.
No more stories from me.
Can you start this with the
Yeah.
That guy back there with the tie, the skinny, well, what is it called?
A bolo tie.
Bolo tie.
Bolo. He's got something, right? He's got tickets.
Oh, right. Apparently there's a place up
Yes, right next door.
next door, the Lafayette what?
The Lafayette,
Oh, the
Lafayette
hotel?
Brewing Company. Right next to the
He has a ticket for a free beer and a 20% discount on food. Only good for this afternoon.
Yes.
And do a wonderful place to go after the show and enjoy yourself. Have a drink for me.
So while these two are talking, you know, I like to joke about, try to guess what her job was before she retired. The same, Jenny Jones, I'm Jenny May, so. But that prison warden, that's a good guess. When you hear, you'll be
I
like,
have that one in this.
okay. Or what? No, nuclear engineer, no. Anybody else?
Zamboni driver.
That one's
A Zamboni driver, that's a good one. No. Part of it's right. Not the Zamboni part.
Bus driver.
A bus driver. Yes, you got it. All right. School bus driver. School bus
I
driver.
had no children on my bus. And they were wonderful. You know I'm lying, right? Just like they do. This is what I've been told is one of the most requested songs of all time. Jazz anyway. And
And
it's
didn't she just pass away? this
Singer
year?
just.
singer
passed
Astrid
away.
Gilberto just passed away this year. So we thought we would do it. The one that made her famous. Darling, ten, young and nothing. The government Bonima was walking when she passes, each one she passes goes, ah. When she walks, she's like a samba that sways so cool and sways so gentle. And when she passes, each one she passes goes, but I watch her so sadly. Oh, can I tell her I love her? Yes, I will give my heart gladly. But each day when she walks to the sea, she looks straight ahead, not at me. Tall and tan, young and lovely, the government Bonita was walking, and when she passes, I smile, but she doesn't see. He didn't ever wrote a bad song. Ever, ever, ever. Right?
Who?
Antonio Carlos Rodriguez.
Oh, never a bad.
Never a bad.
Well, there's a different one. It's called Twisted. And what it is this young lady named Annie Ross heard a blues that was being played by Wardell Gray. And she liked the solo so well, she wrote words to the whole thing about being nuts. So this is what the song is all about, Twisted. My analyst told me that way he described it. He said it'd be better dead than alive. I didn't listen to his jive. I knew all along he was alright, and I knew that he thought I was crazy, but I'm not. Oh no. My analyst told me that I was right out of my head. He said I need treatment, but I'm not that easily led. He said I was the type most inclined to want out of his sight, to be out of my mind, and he thought I was nuts. No more ifs or rants or buts. Well, they say as a child I appeared a little bit wild with all my crazy ideas, but I knew what was happening. I knew I was a genius. What's so strange if you know the trouble is that at 3 I knew that this was meant to be. Well, I heard little children were supposed to sleep night. That's why I drank a fifth of vodka one night. I didn't stop Brandy, didn't know what to do. But I saw some crazy scenes before I came to. Now, do you think I was crazy? I may have been only 3, but I was swinging. The elephant Abraham Bell, the elephant Edison, and Oscar Einstein. So why should I be sorry if the jokes couldn't understand the reasoning and the logic that went out of my head? I had a brain, it was insane. The witches loved the bell with me when I refused to ride on all those double-decker buses because I was no driver on the top. He said it'd be better dead than alive. I didn't listen to his jive. I knew all along he was alright, and I knew that he thought I was crazy, but I'm not. Oh no. My analyst told me, and I was out of my head. I said, dear doctor, I think that it's you instead, 'cause I've got a thing unique and new. It proves I'll have the last life on you, 'cause instead of 1 head, I got 2. And you know 2 heads are better than 1. Thank you. Yes, Dan.
You know, each time you do that, I hear more words.
I know,
This
they
is
go
a lot.
by. They go by pretty
How'd
fast.
you remember all of them, for one?
Well,
Anyway.
I was singing for about 40 years, so.
That's impressive, though.
Well, she did it, so I
So now we slow it right down after that.
Oh, yeah. Now you can pull out your pillow, take it down. No, no.
And of course, that was the famous song, Misty.
Too many, it's
funny story, a piano player friend of mine was playing at a wedding, and the guy came up, he played Misty, and the guy came up to him and said, "Can you play Misty for me?" And he said, "Apparently not."
This starts right. Oh, okay.
I've got 4 or 5.
Left and stuff.
Yeah, you want to start that?
Alrighty, that was called Lucky Southern. That was Keith Jarrett, right?
Keith Jarrett.
By Keith Jarrett. Oh. The next one is by the great Milt Jackson, who is sometimes called Bags. I don't know why. And it's a really nice blues called Bags Groove.
So those of you who didn't see the sign, this is sponsored by Sportsmen's Association, Americana, and Greg Hennessy is back there. And if you're hungry, he's got a ticket to have lunch at the Lafayette Tavern, but you have to use it today. One free drink, right?
One free drink, 10% off.
And 10% off your lunch. So if you're hungry and you're hearing all this good jazz and you want to eat up, go on over there.
Yeah, you worked up an appetite. Your ears are tired now.
And check out the Sportsman's webpage for more information about future dates here. We're so honored, and we want to give Sportsman's a round of applause.
Yes.
The Sportsman's Association. And of course, the Downtown Library for having this here. Are we number 25 or are we 26? For the concerts, number of concerts here.
Oh,
I was guessing, I was saying.
Oh, you were guessing?
25?
Darn, I was hoping we were 25, you know, a significant number.
You're 25.
We're 25.
You're number one. You're 25.
No, so we're every, once a month. They've got a concert in here from 2 to 3:30. Free, just come on down, so make it a habit, but check out the dates because they do change. It's not a study weekend, study
They're
Friday.
Saturdays, but they do.
And Saturdays. So please check out their website and come on back or bring a friend. And we are Ladies First. We are a trio from our Ladies First combo, which is mainly 6 people, but then we go bigger than that. We've got a 16-piece all-female big band, so if you like big band music, please come check us out. LadiesFirstJazz.com. Remember to put in the jazz because there's some weird stuff. If you just type in Ladies First, I am not responsible for what comes up. But there is another Ladies First band. When we named ourselves back in whenever it was, 1990, whatever it was, there was another band, and they're out in Norway. So I've had, we went to the 12th one time, and you know how they have those videos up on the 12th? And we were up and coming, our big band was going to play there, and guess what picture they had up there? This Norwegian land. And they're all very young, and they wear short black dresses. You go, well, that is not what they're going to do.
Got a big
I'm sure they
so-
were very disappointed.
Yeah, so they're a really great band, but they do Norwegian cruise ships, so not us.
No.
But so yeah, if you want to check out more, just remember Ladies First Jazz, and you'll have us. So Bags Groove, written by Milt Jackson, also known as Bags for some
Famous
reason.
Bags.
Maybe he had bags under his eyes.
I thought of that, but you know, it's hard to say.
We'll have to find out why.
You know, they know how Charlie Parker got his nickname.
How did
Bird.
Charlie Parker?
Well, apparently they were on a road trip down south going to a gig or something. And he had this white guy playing trumpet with him called Red Rodney. And he used to call him Albino Red. And then so they're going down this back road and they hit a chicken that was in the road. And Charlie Parker says, "Stop, let's go back and get that Yardbird." And that's they started calling him Yardbird, and then they started calling him Bird, and that was the end of that.
Oh.
It wasn't because his fingers flew over the keys.
Oh, is it what the other story is?
What?
Is it the other story?
Well, that's what I thought. You know,
Oh,
you know,
okay.
in my innocence, in my naivete.
Yeah, there's some strange stories in the jazz world. All right.
We got a million of them.
Let's groove.
One, two,
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. You are wonderful. Thank you so much. And now, I think Peg has a few closing words for you.
Thank you so much. Another big round of applause for ladies first. Jennifer May, Jenny Jones, Connie Andrews. That's a great. So it's just a quick piece of trivia. I don't know if you know Swingin' Shepherd Blues. Elvin Shepherd actually performed and recorded with Mo Coughlin and the Main Stemmers and two of other Buffalo's greats,
All
Boyd
right.
Lee Dunlop and Frankie Dunlop, back in 1948. It was their first recording ever
It was
with
great.
Will Kaufman, yeah.
And that's the
So,
one that got the hit.
I believe so, yeah.
Must have.
And of course, Frankie Dunlop went on with Monk and Mingus and Ferguson and a whole bunch of other great jazz guys. So a lot of great music here in Buffalo. We're so glad we could share some with you today. Yes, next month, October 14th, 2 weeks from today, another jazz trio, Alex MacArthur and her jazz trio with the Harry Grazer on keys and Ed Croft on the upright bass. So be on the lookout for that. Check out the Sportsmen's Americana Music Foundation Facebook page and also the website, sportsmensamf.org, for everything that's going on. And of course, be on the lookout on the website for the latest JAM, the Journal of Americana Music, that's coming out in the next few days. And if you haven't gotten one of those free gifts for a free beer and 10% off your food, see me real quick because I got a scoop. So thanks so much, and we'll see you next month.